Good morning. I'm going to just share something with you that I really discovered last week. It's just last week. I was going through some cookbook magazines. I really love cookbook recipe magazines. And this one was from 2011 because I've got a lot of them from that time. And I remember reading something in a recipe, and then it had a caption on it, and it said, it's a guilt-free recipe. And then I went, wait a second. So this is back 11 years ago, promoting guilt-free. But isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Isn't that what everybody's looking for, is to not feel guilty about what they eat, not feel guilty about what they do? It's incredible, but it is true. It is so true. So many people want that. It's like, okay, well, what can I eat and not feel guilty? Instead of the question being, why do I feel guilty when I eat this? That's the question. The only way to stop the guilt is to question the guilt instead of avoid the guilt, right? So that's what was so fascinating about that magazine. I'm like, oh my gosh, this was published 11 years ago. Look where we are today. And so it's like, wow, so many people feel guilty. And I want to just encourage you today, question the guilt. Don't go around it. Question it. Why do you feel guilty about that? Because I'm not allowed to have it. Who said? Because that'd probably be the first thing, especially if we're talking about food. It's like, oh, I feel guilty. I better not eat this. So it's like, okay, why do you feel guilty? Well, because I shouldn't have it. Second question, who said you shouldn't have it? I don't know. Like, because this is the stuff that starts you thinking. But it's really that. That's where it's like, I want to just set you free from guilt. Question the guilt. It happens in like every area of life with every one of us. I feel guilty because I didn't. I feel guilty because I should have. I feel guilty. It's like, okay, great. Now that we know that, question the guilt. But why did I feel guilty? I don't know. No, you do know. Why do you feel guilty? Well, because I think the right thing to do would have been this. Explore that a little bit further so that you can get to the truth. I only allowed myself to eat butter Christmas Day. I would have butter Christmas Day on my toast. Outside of that, I never ate butter. Why? Same reason you don't do something, because you feel guilty. It was the same. Because then when I confronted the guilt and I'm like, well, why do I think I can't have butter? Butter comes from the ground. And when I say it comes from the ground, it comes from animals, it comes from the ground, so it's naturally made. So it's like, well, why am I feeling guilty about butter? Is it the best food for you? No, it's not. So, I don't need to consume large amounts of it, but to have it one day a year, it was because of the guilt. That's it. And then I started to question the guilt. And I want to encourage you, do the same. Because I think for every one of us, because again, I know I'm speaking to you because you're in pursuit of your best life. You're in pursuit of you having a great life, which means you have to question the guilt. For me, I got fed up of feeling guilty about the things I couldn't have. I lived a lot of years, a lot of my life with the things I couldn't have. Question the guilt. Watch it dissipate, disappear, go away. What's the truth behind the guilt? That's what I'm encouraging you to do.